Right, let's talk about something that drives us all bonkers. Batteries. Or rather, the agonizingly slow process of charging them. We live in an age of instant everything. Instant coffee, instant communication, instant access to pretty much any information you could ever want. Yet, when it comes to powering our beloved gadgets, we're often stuck in the dark ages, tethered to a wall socket like a naughty puppy. It's a universal frustration, isn't it? That little red battery icon flashing menacingly, dictating our plans, causing mild panic when we're out and about. You know the drill. You're about to head out, got your keys, your wallet, but then you glance at your phone, 5% disaster. Or picture this. You're relying on your tablet for a crucial presentation, and it decides to die mid-sentence. This constant battery anxiety has subtly reshaped our habits, forcing us to plan our lives around charging cycles. We've become experts at dimming screens and closing apps, all in a desperate bid to eke out a few more precious minutes of power. Think about the lost productivity, the missed photo opportunities, the interrupted calls, all because our power sources can't keep up with the pace of modern life. The dream, of course, is a world where charging is an afterthought, a process so quick it barely registers. But hold on to your hats, because the winds of change are blowing, and they're blowing with the force of a hurricane, promising to sweep away those charging frustrations for good. We're not just talking about shaving a few minutes off your phone's top-up time here. Oh no, we're on the cusp of something truly monumental. Imagine charging your electric car in the time it takes to, well, make a cup of tea. A proper one, not one of those rushed jobs. News is buzzing about a new battery technology, still a bit hush-hush on the exact details, that can get an EV fully juiced in a mind-boggling 100 seconds. This isn't some far-flung science fiction fantasy either. These advancements are happening right now, in labs and startup garages around the world. Take, for instance, a company called Swipit. They're gearing up to launch a system, literally this month in June 2025, that promises to charge your smartphone in a mere 2 seconds. Yes, you heard that right, 2 seconds. That's quicker than you can say my battery's dead. The implications are, quite frankly, staggering for our daily lives and for entire industries. The promise is a future untethered, where battery life ceases to be a constant source of anxiety. Right then, let's dive into this Swipit business. It sounds almost too good to be true, doesn't it? A 2-second charge for your smartphone. But these chaps seem serious. Their system, launching as we speak in June 2025, isn't about magically pumping electricity into your existing phone battery at lightning speed. Instead, it's a rather clever, if somewhat chunky, workaround. It involves a special phone case called the Swipit Link, which has its own built-in battery. This case then docks with a charging mothership, the Swipit Hub, which is where the magic, or rather, the rapid swapping, happens. The Swipit Hub itself looks a bit like an Atari 2600 had a love child with a toaster, a retro futuristic vibe, you could say. This hub doesn't just charge one battery, it can store and charge up to 5 extra Swipit Link case batteries simultaneously. So when your phone case battery is depleted, you simply slot it into the hub, and it swaps it out for a fully charged one in, yes, 2 seconds. The hub then gets to work recharging the depleted battery, ready for the next swap. It's a bit like a pit stop for your phone, but without the blokes in overalls. 2 seconds is, after all, incredibly tempting. Now, for the really clever stuff, the kind of science that makes your brain fizz. While Swipit is tackling the problem with a mechanical swap, other brilliant minds are digging deep into the very materials that make up batteries. One of the most exciting new kids on the block is a material called niobium tungsten oxide, or NBWO, for those of us who like a good abbreviation. Chinese scientists have been tinkering with this, and it's showing incredible promise for drastically cutting down charging times for things like electric vehicle batteries, without sacrificing how much energy they can hold or how long they last. So how does this wonder material work its magic? Well, it's all about how easily ions, those tiny charged particles that carry the electricity, can move around inside the battery. NBWO has a special crystal structure that basically rolls out the red carpet for these ions, allowing them to zip through much faster than in conventional battery materials. Think of it like upgrading a winding country lane into a multi-lane motorway for ions. This enhanced ion mobility is the key to its super fast charging capabilities. It's like the battery itself adapts to the speed, which is just brilliant engineering by nature, enhanced by clever science. Alright, Let's shift gears and talk about something close to my heart: cars. Specifically electric cars. One of the biggest hurdles for EV adoption, apart from Clarkson still grumbling about them, has always been charging time and range anxiety. Nobody wants to be stuck at a service station for hours waiting for their car to refuel, especially if there's a long journey ahead. But imagine this: pulling into a charging station, plugging in your EV, and being ready to hit the road again in just 100 seconds. This kind of rapid charging capability could completely revolutionize the electric vehicle market. It effectively eliminates the charging time concern, making owning an EV almost as convenient as a petrol or diesel car when it comes to refueling. If you can get a full charge in under 2 minutes, suddenly those long road trips in an EV don't seem so daunting. Range anxiety could become a thing of the past. You just pull in, get a super fast top-up, and carry on your merry way. It would be a massive boost for EV adoption, encouraging more people to make the switch from fossil fuels. The competition in the EV market is already fierce, and this kind of breakthrough will only intensify it, pushing innovation even further and faster, which is great news for us drivers. While the thought of 2-second phone charges and 100-second car refuels is incredibly exciting for us as individuals, the impact of these ultra-fast charging technologies stretches far, far beyond our personal gadgets and vehicles. Think about the ripple effect across countless industries. Consider the world of power tools, for example. Builders and tradespeople rely heavily on battery-operated drills, saws, and other equipment. Imagine their tools recharging in seconds, eliminating downtime spent waiting for batteries and allowing them to work more efficiently. No more lugging around multiple heavy battery packs just to get through the day. Then there's the medical field. Many life-saving portable medical devices, from defibrillators to infusion pumps, run on batteries. The ability to recharge these critical devices almost instantaneously could be a genuine game-changer in emergency situations or in remote healthcare settings. Now, speed is brilliant, convenience is king, but what about the planet? It's a big question, and thankfully these new battery technologies aren't just about going faster, they also bring some rather appealing environmental benefits to the table. The most obvious one, particularly with the 100-second EV charging, is the accelerated shift away from fossil fuels. If charging an electric car becomes as quick as, or even quicker than filling up with petrol, one of the major psychological barriers to EV adoption crumbles. More EVs on the road means fewer exhaust fumes polluting our towns and cities, and a significant dent in greenhouse gas emissions. Furthermore, some of the research into these new battery technologies, like the one behind the 100-second EV charge, explicitly mentions a focus on using more environmentally friendly materials in their construction. This is a crucial step. While lithium-ion batteries have been revolutionary, the mining and processing of materials like lithium and cobalt can have significant environmental and social impacts. Developing batteries that rely on more abundant, sustainably sourced, or easier to recycle materials would be a massive win for the planet. It's about creating a truly green energy cycle, from production to use to end of life. Of course, it's not all smooth sailing and instant power just yet. As with any revolutionary technology, there are some significant hurdles to overcome before we're all zipping around with perpetually full batteries. One of the most immediate challenges is cost. Developing these advanced battery technologies, like those using niobium tungsten oxide or the unspecified materials for 100-second EV charging, involves a lot of research, development, and specialized manufacturing processes. Initially, these new batteries are likely to be more expensive than their slower charging predecessors, which could slow down their adoption by the mass market. Then there's the infrastructure question, which is a big one, especially for electric vehicles. To support 100-second EV charging, we'd need a massive overhaul of the current charging network. These chargers would need to handle enormous power outputs, far beyond what most current stations can deliver. This means upgrades to the electrical grid itself to supply that power, as well as the installation of new, incredibly powerful charging units. So, what does this all mean for our everyday lives in the not-too-distant future? Well, prepare for a world where the phrase "my battery's dead" becomes a quaint relic of the past. Imagine never having to plug your phone in overnight. Instead, a quick 2-second swap with a Swip-It-style system. Battery anxiety will simply evaporate. For motorists, the change will be even more profound. Spontaneous long-distance road trips in an electric vehicle will become the norm. The entire experience of owning and driving an EV will be transformed. Service stations will look different, offering ultra-fast top-ups. The rhythm of travel will change, becoming more fluid. This revolution in power will permeate every aspect of our lives. Professionals using power tools will experience uninterrupted workflow. Medical teams will have greater confidence in their portable equipment.